Hi folks, Kenny from ScotPhil here with a full video as promised in my recent series of video shorts detailing some of the costs of living here in the Philippines. Oh, and a brief note about my channel's subscriber count. So, let's jump in. We'll start with the subscriber count, and I'm amazed to see that not only has it gone above the 150 mark, but as of today, it's actually sitting at 156. Now I know that's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but remember, this channel is not monetized in any way. I don't post links down below there to items available for purchase, and I don't actively advertise it on any other social media anywhere. So I'm going to say welcome to you all and thanks for taking the time to watch what is just a rundown of things I've found both here in the Philippines and back home in Scotland that might be of interest to anybody looking to come out here long term and maybe make it their home. Please also take a moment to hit the like button and help YouTube get these videos out to others just like yourself. Now for the summary of the costs of living that I found you need to know about. First of all, you will find the majority of things here are much cheaper than you'll find back home. And the conversion I'll be using will be in pounds sterling as of the end of January 2023. Because that's my native currency and it's far easier for me to relate to it. Video short 1, property rental. I've given a broad scope of 10,000 to 50,000 peso per month. You get what you pay for, and if you're happy with a small basic property, which could be a studio style or a very small one-bedroom apartment without aircon and all the utilities extra, then something at 10,000 per month is doable. I'll set out costs of utilities later. At the upper end, 50, you can certainly find a very nicely finished, fully furnished 1 or 2 bedroom apartment with all utilities included and regular cleaning too, though you'll still have to do your own personal laundry. And there are plenty of choices for that. Video short 2, utilities. Now, to give you an idea, I'm staying in the equivalent of a 1-bedroom apartment of approximately 55 to 60 square metres, with 2 aircons, a kitchen with double burner gas stove, microwave and fridge, and a full-size bathroom with a shower over the bath. There are also 2 overhead fans, and I have a couple more floor-standing fans. 1 large screen TV and my laptop, and I charge a couple of phones every day. Electric is costing me around 3,000 a month. Gas is very low at only 250 a month, and water, both mains and drinking water, comes in at about 400 a month. Therefore, I reckon 4,000 should easily cover you for your utilities, and if you're in accommodation without aircon, even less. Though why would you? If you're here to retire, make it comfortable. Video short 3, eating out. This is where prices can vary widely. It's not something I do every day. For example, I might have my breakfast out once or twice in a month. Lunch, maybe once a week or so. And an evening meal, now twice a week at the most. For breakfast, let's say a full English and coffee, around 200 peso at one of the resto bars. Likewise, a light lunch if you're needing a break is available from around 250 to 400 peso, including a cold beer. Aircon too if you go to one of the outlying bars further up Fields Avenue. For your evening meal, expect to fork out 500 peso plus. All that for about 5,000 a month, and if you're going to go a bit upmarket, have yourself a nice meal in an air-conditioned proper restaurant, 2 or 3 courses, from an a la carte menu or a set menu, with a choice of wines and other drinks. If you're going out as a couple, or even if there are a few of you, 1,500 per head is easily obtainable. Of course, there is also a few hotels around that have restaurants inside, some on the top floor with fantastic views over the city. And they cater for all levels of service. there's a huge choice. Video short 4, shopping. I get most of my shopping on both a day-to-day and a weekly basis. Fruit and veg usually comes from a local street stall, and I go there quite often. Meats and poultry I get from a chain called Fresh Options, or from the supermarket, and very occasionally one of the street stalls. All the other stuff I fill my cupboards with, such as tinned and dry goods, and of course things like cleaning products, both for me and the flat. They all generally come from one of 4 supermarkets nearby. 2 are independent and a bit cheaper, while the other 2 are multinationals with a wider choice, but prices there are still reasonable. Aim to allow anything from 5,500 upwards, depending on how much you want to fill your belly. Video short 5, bars and entertainment. Okay, this is very subjective and it's probably the thing a lot of you want to know about. So here's my take on it. I found that there are a number of bars further out on Fields Avenue that cater for some of the expats meeting up during the afternoon. They will have get-togethers for a chin wag, play dominoes, pool, etc. Some of the bars will have girls there during the day, and they will all have drinks promos, like happy hours from 2 or 3 p.m. until 5, 6 or even 7. A cold beer will be about 60 or 70 peso. When it gets to the evening and Walking Street opens up, well, closes down actually, because it's open to traffic during the day, and then they close the gates and it becomes a proper walking street only for the evening. At the bottom end of the street there's Paradise, further up Kokomo's, and just past the barriers into Fields Avenue there's Envy and Phillies, plus a couple of others. These are ideal if you just want to sit with a beer and have something to eat and watch the world go by. The go-go bars, or girly bars, whatever you want to call them, will have girls up on stage dancing. Some of them put on a show every so often throughout the night. Opening times are usually around 4 or 5 p.m. and most go on until about 2 a.m. Prices, as you can imagine, are a bit more for these places. A beer will be around 110 to 120. If you want some company, a girl will sit with you, and the so-called ladies' drink is about 300. I think she gets half and the bar gets half. Anything over and above that is between you and the girl, if she is agreeable. Her bar fine will be around 3,500 or 4,000 peso. And for some guys, that's what an enjoyable night is all about. There you go then, a bit of a look into how much you need to live here. Taking them all together and going for a middle of the road average, it's going to be about 45 to 50,000 a month, plus a bit more for evening entertainment, as everyone is going to want something different. So, can you live here on 1,000 quid a month? Hell yeah! That's the equivalent of 65,000 peso, 15,000 more than you need. Well, at least until you get to Walking Street. Back home, I reckon you'd spend that amount just on accommodation and utilities. What kind of life is that? Please be sure to hit the like button for me and tune back in for the next video. If you have a suggestion for anything, let me know in the comments down below there, and any questions can go there too. So, stay safe, stay well, see you soon, hopefully.